Hi, Democrats. Today is Tuesday, October 18th, and it's time for the Chair's Daily Live. Happy Tuesday. So it's Tuesday, and that means we're now just another week closer. We are 21 days, 3 weeks until the election on November 8th. So, of course, I'm going to ask, what are you doing towards getting someone elected today? Talk to me about what kinds of things you're doing. Are you door knocking, phone banking, donating? Are you dropping lid? Are you putting out signs? What are you doing today to make November 8th a celebration? So I don't mean to brag, but I went and door knocked today for Representative Melissa Provenzano, who we're trying to make sure she stays in her office. I went and door knocked today. My mom, who I love and adore, and you guys hear so much about, she's doing phone banking today. I know the person who drove me around to do door knocking today is door knocking for another candidate. What are you doing? Are you talking to people about, who's on the ballot and making sure that they're educated? Are you setting up an event for a candidate to come to? Are you telling people about other events that candidates are going to be at? This is what we have to do in this last 3 weeks. We have to make sure that not only are we educated about what's on the ballot, but that we educate everybody we come in contact with. You're in the drive-through, ask them if they're registered to vote. They can't participate in the November 8th election, but for those of you who have been paying attention, the governor announced today that he announced the date for the special election for recreational marijuana, and that is on March 7th, 2023. So they may not be able to participate on November 8th, but let's get them registered so they can participate on March 7th. We have to continue to register folks. We have to continue to educate ourselves and educate other people and help folks make a plan. Don't just ask them if they're going to vote. Ask them when they're going to vote. Are they voting by absentee? Are they voting in person early? Are they voting on Tuesday the 8th? Make sure that they have a plan, because we're close. We're close, but we have work to do. So I am sure that you've seen the polls. I'm sure you've seen the polls. I've seen the polls. Seems like every 3 minutes, another poll comes out. I'm excited. I have hope. I'm using it to motivate other folks and keep myself motivated. But what we all have to remember is that polls don't vote. Likes and shares on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram don't vote. But what they do is educate folks. So I'm not telling you not to be excited. I'm not telling you don't share social media, because please share social media. But don't relax and don't think that that's all we have to do. Right? I want you to pick up your phone. I want you to find 5 people. I'm lowering my number now because we're getting closer. Find 5 people in your phone. 5 people in your phone that you think, you don't know what their registration is. You don't know if they are currently registered. You don't know if they plan to vote. You don't know what their plan is. And they don't even have to be a Democrat. Call 5 people and ask them what their plan to vote is. 5 people. And the reason why I say they don't have to be a Democrat is because I think that all of Oklahoma is exhausted. We are exhausted by the corruption. We are exhausted by the dirty dealing, and it's not just on our side of the aisle. All Oklahomans who are paying attention are tired and know that it is time for a change. So call all of your friends and make sure that they know the merits of a Kendra Horn, a Madison Horn, that they understand, who Joy and Gina and Warigia and Jack and Charles and Melinda are. Make sure that they know who those folks are and why it's important to vote for them, that they know who Adam and Naomi and Jeremiah and Mary and Joshua are. They have to know. There are 39 people running for state house. I can't remember them all, and I'm sure I'm going to miss someone, so I'm not going to list off those. And then we have folks running for state senate. We've just got to make sure that they know who is running in their area, and that they know that this isn't a matter of voting for the party. This is a matter of voting for a change, voting for the folks who share your values, voting for the folks who share our values. What's important right now is education. We know what Joy and Gina stand for. We know that they care about educating our scholars, and that they're not bogged down in culture wars and, pitting Oklahoman against Oklahomans. We know that that's who they are. And we also know who's on the other side of that equation. This is a consequential election. If we don't change what is happening in DC on behalf of Oklahoma and at Lincoln on behalf of Oklahomans, if we don't change what happens, we are sending a clear message that we are okay with the double dealing, that we're okay with our elected officials enriching themselves at our expense. I know you're not. I'm not. So make sure, and there are several candidates on today. Make sure you get to know who those candidates are. Hi, Mary. Hi, Crystal. I'm sure you're watching in the background, Blake, and hasn't said anything because you're always watching. Guys, you've got to pay attention to these candidates. Get them as much help as you can get them because it's really important. And here's the thing. We can't let up because it's 3 weeks. They are scared. They are concerned. They're bringing in all of their, I hate to say rock stars because, but they're bringing in their top names. And then the governor, Lord have mercy, the governor is oozing over here into Democratic values because even the governor sees that folks are waking up and approving of Democratic values. The governor has taken Democratic idea after idea and tried to make it his own. There's the elimination of the grocery tax. I mean, there was a whole interim study run by Emily Virgin, a Democrat out of House District 44. There was an interim study and she carried a bill. That was a Democratic idea. Governor picked it up and is now trying to make it his. He wants to make Oklahoma National Guard to be eligible to go to college tuition free. That sounds a whole lot like student loan forgiveness. Even the governor understands that Oklahomans are waking up to Democratic ideals, Democratic values, because they shouldn't just be called Democratic values. They should be called decent human being values because that is what they are. That is what they are. And the latest video where he touts diversity. It's only 2022. Glad he's finally woken up to the idea that when we all do better, we all do better. But I looked at his recent appointments. I'm just going to encourage you to go look and see for yourself and see if there's true diversity or if he's picking and choosing how he's encouraging diversity. I have to keep saying that because I want you guys to know I'm not buying it and I don't encourage you to buy it either. These are all things that are happening right now. These are signs that folks are waking up, that the things that we have been talking about, a well-funded public education, access to affordable health care, and opportunity for economic growth, the things that we have been talking about over and over and over again, even the other side is waking up and understanding that those are the things that are going to move Oklahoma forward. So I say we double down. We double down and make sure that we give the folks who have been talking about it all along our support. And those are the Democrats. Make sure that we give them our support and not just at home thinking it to ourselves, that we tell everybody that we know, that we help folks make a plan, and that we show up to vote. We can't just talk about it. We can't think that our neighbor has it. We can't look at the polls and think, okay, so it looks like it's good. I can rest. It only works if we show up and bring some folks with us. So it's a lot. I promise I've been talking too long. I've been doing too long of videos and I want to keep them short because I want to keep you guys coming back. Just keep this in mind. Our message is getting through and folks understand that we need a change. It is up to us. It is absolutely up to us to make this change a reality. So go do something to help our democracy today, even if it's making phone calls, writing postcards, or just picking up the phone and calling 5 people and make sure that they know who's on the ballot. Do something for our democracy today. And I'll see you back here tomorrow at 4:15. You guys have a great evening.